Wow, you're welcome to TSM Video Book 8888. Okay, this is another episode, and in the last episode, we talked about developing what you've created. Yeah, making it better, giving it a higher value, come up with new versions. You see some of these companies coming up with versions, the first version, second version, and all that. It's the same thing you as an individual you're supposed to be doing. Your first version might be of a lower value, so the next time you improve on it, it's another version, another edition of that product, and that edition or version becomes better than the former. So as I said, it gets better every time you improve on it. It can only be better. It can only be better. So keep coming up with versions of your product and your services. Keep improving on it, and the value will keep increasing. The value will keep increasing. It will be sellable. People will love to buy it. People will like to pay more. If before they are paying 100, or let's say 1K before, they want to buy it for 2K because you have increased the value. The more increased value, the more people will be willing to buy your product with a higher amount of money. Okay, so but even though you don't increase the price, if you keep improving on it, people will always want to buy it. Okay, no matter the price. Okay, so let's move on to the next on our list. Okay, so we are done with we are still on develop, and we are now for the developing stage. I've said a lot about it, so we are moving on to the next, which is sell. Okay, now in this particular episode, we'll be making emphasis on the selling aspect of the chain. I came up with this 3-stage roadmap for you to get freedom, financial freedom. Yes, and let me take you back to that roadmap for a reason. Let me just take you to that roadmap. Roadmap to financial freedom. I told you create, you develop, and you sell. Okay, so now we're at the selling stage right now. Yes, we're at the selling stage. So sell. Don't stop selling. Sell. You sell your product or services, or you sell someone's product or services, or you sell an already selling product. Okay, so these are the 3 ways. That means you must sell. So I'll give you reasons why you sell. Let's continue. So to sell is to market a value. To sell is to market a value. Yes, and this is where marketing comes into play. To sell is to market a value. Sell to earn. Sell a product, physical or digital. Sell a service, physical or digital. Okay, sell. The sell movement, TSM. Okay, so it's all about selling. So sell. If you cannot sell, then you cannot earn. So let me be emphatic. I said it before now. I've said something about this, but now we have come to the stage where we go deep into the subject called sell. The subject called sell. Okay, we are going deep into it right now. Okay, so the first point is that if you cannot sell, then you cannot earn. You cannot earn. That means to earn. Do you know what it means to earn? To get to earn means to be paid for a product or service. It's not a gift. Earning money is not getting a gift. It's not a gift. You get a gift for nothing, for doing nothing. Somebody just gives you a gift. But you earn. Somebody pays for something, for your service or product. At that point, you start earning. Whenever somebody pays for a service, for your service or your product, you start earning. Yes. So when you hear people receiving salary, what they're actually doing is they are earning by rendering their service to that company. So the company pays them salary by paying for their service. Okay, so you earn when you sell your product or service, and when someone pays for your product or service. Okay, so if you cannot earn, and if you cannot earn, you will only beg and borrow to survive, and that's slavery. And if you continue to beg and borrow, okay, you continue begging and borrowing, you will become a slave to money. Yes, you will become a slave to money. So this particular slide is very important. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about this episode because this is one thing that a lot of people are suffering from. Yes, they are enslaved by money. They are under the influence of money. So to rise above money, you need to earn. You need to earn. You need to start selling something. Start selling a product or a service. That's how you gain financial freedom. But if you don't want to sell, you will keep borrowing and begging. And if you continue to beg and borrow, you will become a slave to money. You are actually a slave to the person that is lending you that money. You that is the borrower. The borrower is a slave to the lender. That is how it is in the Bible. It is stated like that. So if you don't want to be a slave, you have to start earning. And that's what the sell movement is all about. And that's what the Go Digital agenda is all about. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. So at this point, I came up with a fourth point. Yes, there's a fourth point now in the chain, which is create, develop, sell, and earn. So after selling, you earn. Now, don't forget, in that selling, where you sell, you have to do what we call marketing. Marketing is very important before people can buy. They have to. So we'll get to that point where we talk about marketing. But I need to talk about it right now because somebody will wonder, okay, sell. What is it all about selling? You have to market first before you make sales, before you earn. Okay, so let's move on. And don't forget, it's still the roadmap. Yeah, it's still the roadmap to financial freedom we are talking about. Okay, so principle. Selling leads to earning. Okay, sell something to earn. Sell a product or a service. You either sell your product or service, or you sell someone's product/service. But you must sell to earn. So that's the point. Everyone listening or viewing this must take note of this last point. You must sell to earn. So if you don't want to sell, it means you don't want to earn. You want to remain a slave to money. You don't want to be free. You don't want to gain financial freedom. So somebody will say, I don't like to sell, but I like money. Oh, I pity you. For you to make money, you must sell. You cannot avoid it. It's a principle of life. Until you start selling, you cannot earn. You cannot make money. People will not pay. People will not give you money for your product or your service until you start selling that product or service. Okay? If not, you keep begging and borrowing. That's how it works. So anybody that says, I don't like to sell, it means automatically the person likes to beg and the person likes to borrow. Sorry to say, but that's what it means. So if you don't want to beg and borrow anymore, please start selling. It's a movement. Anyone listening to this particular statement should make you make a move. Yes, it should make you make a move. Make a move by selling. Sell something. Sell your product or service. Sell someone's product or service, or sell something that is already selling. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm done with that slide. We move. So what to sell? Okay, what to sell? What to sell? What to sell? But I'm going to tackle this in the next episode. So I'm going to stop here right now so that we can move to the next episode, because this particular slide needs a lot of attention and it's not something I will just rush. I don't want to rush it. So I need to pick them one after the other. And that's why we are ending it right now on this episode. So see you in the next episode.